You can't tell. You cannot tell me shit.
I'm excited that this is gonna close out the Pride Month series. You know, like at the end strong.
I love this. Welcome back to Twink Twank Twunk, everybody. This is our fierce episode.
Mama, it's time to get sickening up in here.
Divos, you look amazing. Tell me about this look. Oh, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. It is officially July, but Divos Pride Month is 7 weeks now. I can't apologize for it.
There's just too much content.
But we're ending with a bang. I'm so proud. Let's introduce ourselves. I think we've been forgetting to do that.
I think we have been. Hello, I'm your co-host, Zach. I am a collector of many small trinkets, such as bottle caps and teeth. And I once watched the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow. When you try to take away his teeth, it's really funny because, like, if you take a molar from his teeth collection, he goes, "Where's my molar?"
If it's like a canine, I get a bit more like tight, like, where's my canine?
My name is Divos. I'm your favorite piece of walking, talking visual art, and you cannot tell me shit today.
Woo! You look amazing. Oh my
I'm going to keep the hat on for a little bit, but I will explain the look quickly. So if you're new here, my Pride series this year it's always monochromatic, the colors of the Pride flag, and it is so important to me to include black. And Pokemon gym leaders was the theme. So this is my dark type gym leader. She's just everything to me. I think one thing that, before I talk about the outfit, I've been getting in drag. I'm not kidding, like on average 7 to 8 times a week for the last like 5 weeks. So yeah, that does mean multiple times a day a lot. Mm-hmm. And I've learned a lot. Like I think before Pride Month started and you were leaving for Asia, I was like in a little bit of not a rut, but just comfortable with my makeup. But this Pride series has introduced this eyebrow, which I think is now a staple of the Divos face.
The brow. It
has also, I want my nose contour to be a little bit softer. I just feel really confident in new choices I have for my makeup, and it feels exciting. It feels like an evolution, something new. So I'm excited about the face. This iconic cunt-ass bob. C-A-B.
Oh my gosh. Can I get a fun quote I heard recently?
Yeah.
A girl in a good bob is fierce. The right girl in a bob is unstoppable. And
Merch.
You are the right girl in a bob.
Merch. That's so awesome.
Is that a good quote?
That's a really, really good quote. So commotion for Zach's eye today, everyone. This was his idea.
This is my makeup, well, not my makeup. My idea, though.
His concept. You really were going to claim that, huh?
Well, I was just riffing. I was just talking. But I caught myself.
Actually, Zach's outfit is iconic today as well, but let's finish mine and then we'll go over.
Yeah, let's go over yours.
I love when a wig transcends my drag. And when I love the word transcend right now. But what that means is like, I'll take it from one era of Divos and it still is workable in a new era of Divos. And there are very few wigs. It's my green high-low by Acacia. That is like my favorite Divos wig. It's my Alexander McQueen wig because that's like what inspired me to do drag. And then it's this fucking bob.
It's the bob.
She's restylable. I actually styled this myself. It's inspired by Emma Chamberlain's Met Gala look in 2023. Heavenly Bodies, I think, was the theme that year. Met Gala hair turns me out. Drag queens, if you want to elevate yourself, look at fashion runways because that is where we get hair that is new and unique. And I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to tell people that, but maybe I do.
But people need to hear it.
But anyway, this outfit was made by Miscellaneous, the legendary Miscellaneous, and except for the hat is Missile. And this is actually I sewed on the little attachment at the bottom here, but this is a little hoop skirt that I can actually use for other outfits, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, so it can be repurposed for other colors.
I can put right. So I could cut fabric and use other toppings
that
the
is
same
so
silhouette,
fun.
which is
that
really
so
cool.
Fun.
Missiles and that's where like working with a good designer is so good because it's now something that I can like repurpose and use and so valuable. So thank you, Missile. Such an incredible job. I have really long fingers, so when we first made this, my fingers were like here, and they always look stubby because like this part of the web. Actually, we filmed another episode. Remember where I was wearing gloves?
Yes, on the gloves.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. But it hasn't come out yet. But a lot of gloves make me look like, but I look like stubby, like kind of like this,
like half fingers, pretty much, because like the webbing, the
webbing
the
is like
grouts of the glove.
It's too shallow.
It's too shallow, yeah.
But Miss will fix that for me. This look is inspired by Hunter x Hunter, the Chimera Ant arc. It's when she like goes crazy. I think in the anime, it's actually her hair that wraps around her to make this outfit.
Well, she gets turned. Well, she gets turned into an ant, and her hair does wrap around her. I think she has a big ass, like, glowing orb. I think
on her forehead.
On her forehead, yeah. But no,
right? We reinterpreted. Instead, this hat is actually by Neo Hulu, who just won Drag Race. Did I show you her serial killer runway?
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to tell you about it?
I do, yeah.
So I was trying to show a couple of our friends Neo Hulu because she's unbelievable. Like the drag she brought to Dragula, it was kind of obnoxious because no one was, in my opinion, anywhere close. And there were a lot of really talented people.
Wait, what was her name again?
Neo Hulu. It's spelled Neo Huru.
I did see her. I don't think I saw the serial killer look.
Okay.
But I did. She was phenomenal.
So cool. Yeah, I've probably shown you her drag.
Yes,
yeah.
I've seen her before.
She loves stones. And, I love stones. But I'm proud of this look because I'm trying new textures this Pride Month. I'm really just proud of the package, but we'll talk more about that later.
Is this crushed velvet?
It's we were just talking about it. Oh, so her serial killer runway, she came out in a male oversized muscle suit, like full silicone top to bottom, and she had this like sick pumpkin head that she was holding. And at the end of the runway, it turns, the whole muscle suit is blacklit. She starts pulling the guts out of the pumpkin head, and then she reveals she has a knife penis. Starts fucking.
You have shown me.
It's
this.
like I'm like afraid to talk about. And I was trying to show our friends Megan Lee and Megan Lee on a ride home recently. And I was like, I can't find it. I'm like, of course I can't find it. Like, this is not allowed on the internet.
Actually, I do remember it has the knife penis, and she starts having her way with the
decapitated pumpkin head.
Yes,
she's like pulling up pumpkin guts. It's so incredible. She's so talented. But anyway, this is a hat from her collection that I thought was perfect to style with this look, and I think it goes really well. This, with the Alexander McQueen look that I worked with Troy on, is one of the first outfits I ever wanted to do in drag. I got this fabric a long time ago. Tiffany, who has come so far in her productivity, had this fabric for 6 months, was not able to make it happen. So I had to get the fabric from her, and then I got to work with Missile. So it took me over a year to have this outfit come to fruition. But I mean,
you've been talking about it for a long time.
I think it was worth it because this is to me the best that I can do. But right now, like, I mean, obviously I can always keep elevating. But if someone asked me to go on a red carpet, like, I think this is probably what I would wear right now.
Yes. So. I guess for our audio listeners, how would you best describe the outfits?
Hi, audio listeners.
Hi, listeners.
First, audio listeners have a special surprise. Do you hear that? You hear that? Okay. I may or may not be wearing tights, camera 2, so if you saw that,
no, you
didn't.
No, you didn't.
But audio listeners, so what this is I am wearing pretty much every bit of skin except for my head is covered in black crushed velvet. I have a big hoop skirt, and at the end of the hoop skirt, I have sewn on a trim, which is like kind of something you might see on a chandelier. It's like faux glass beads hanging all around, and when I move, the hoop skirt bounces side to side, so it's an extremely powerful silhouette. The shoulders have big bubbles in it, so you kind of pop out at the shoulders, and it's just... it's very correct. This is very, very high drag, and I'm proud of myself because I almost wore a black wig, but I was like, I think a bleach blonde bob,
a bleach blonde bob built bod,
a bleach blonde beautifully built bob on my body would be very powerful, and I think it was right as a little pop of color. I don't know, but like, yeah, so.
It just contrast.
Contrast.
Good contrast. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about this look anymore. It's been like 5 minutes.
I know, but it's an amazing look. It's a fantastic look.
Well, and you have an iconic look on, which needs some explanation. So
it does.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, I think we talked about it in a previous episode.
Yes.
Yeah. So in high school, what I did for my talent shows, I wore this exact outfit to the letter, actually, with the eyeshadow, with the turtleneck, walked out onto stage with a guitar case, pulled a recorder out, and started playing with my nose. I know we talked
So
about
this is the nose recorder outfit.
This is the nose recorder outfit, but I want to give you guys a little treat.
Oh.
The next step I took kind of in my progression. The evolution. Because I was like, I can't do a recorder again. Everyone's going to see it coming. So I had to subvert expectations yet another time.
Yes.
And what I came back with, for those who are familiar, a melodica. Basically
what is a melodica?
So it's basically a portable piano, and the way you play is by blowing into it. So like that.
Wow.
And I obviously elevate it by playing it with my nose. First, for all you viewers at home, you check which nostril is more clear. My left nostril is the one today. It switches sometimes.
Yes.
And then you put up to my nose, make a big show of it. Right there. And then we go like, I'll play some Mozart for you.
Sure. Wow.
I know. I learned that from Mozart Amadeus Studios.
I have so many thoughts. So many thoughts.
Share some.
First of all, I'm going to throw out the easy joke. I definitely also make my most beautiful noises when I'm being blown. So it's very cool that you have that aspect. Also, I think with both your recorder and this melodica, I can't imagine what kind of samples are growing inside the instrument. I really can't.
I don't want to think about that. And I did wash my recorder from time to time. I have not washed this.
there might just be little Zachs in there, growing.
Well, unless your snot is any more disgusting than spit and saliva.
I feel like it's very Rick and Morty to take an episode where it's like your snot might have like reproductive genetics, and then all of a sudden you have little snot babies running around. That's what I'm visualizing.
And they're growing up inside of the melodica. Right. But like every time I play, it's like a hurricane comes through and like wipes out half the population.
Like the episode where Rick makes a whole engine run by making a whole community of people live in the engine, and then they need an engine, so they make a community of people to live in their engine.
That was a good episode. We are big fans of Rick and Morty. It's
when I was at Sugar Tank, I was talking about backstage. Like, I think someone was, under the influence, and they were like, "We're just so small. Like, we're like so like insignificant and tiny." And I was like, there's a Rick and Morty episode that hits that to a T, and I have to tell myself sometimes that Rick and Morty is not the Bible. And I'll take it too seriously.
Which it's the first part of it is amazingly written. Like the majority of it is fantastic.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not great, but like at some point you can't be thinking that meta all the time and be happy. Like it's not realistic.
Not at all. But it's good perspective to have, and I think it's cool just to be able to reference. It kind of puts a lot of thoughts into visualization.
Unafraid to reference or not reference. Put it in a blender, eat it, vomit it, shit on it, give birth to it. Lady Gaga. She just, this is in the past now, but she just announced her new album.
Oh, did she actually?
Yes. She released finally the Chromatica film. So like, how a lot of artists are putting out films of their concerts now for people?
Oh, like Taylor Swift, Beyonce.
So the Chromatica album just came out, and at the end there's like a little clip of LG7.
That's what it's called, LG7?
Well, so like the way pop artists will be like, my first Lady Gaga, LG. My first one is LG1, LG2. So when someone's like, I can't wait for her 7th album, like LG7 is coming.
LG7. So it'd be like TS8 or something like that.
Right.
I see.
You want to know something funny I saw on Twitter?
What?
Someone saw that on average in the Chromatica film, Lady Gaga says, "Put your hands up!" every 2.5 minutes. And apparently there's a 6-second sequence where she says it like 5 times.
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Something like, it might be like hands in the air, but like something along those lines.
I'm putting your hands up.
On average, every 2.5 minutes.
No!
Isn't that magical?
That's amazing. That's so funny. So it's not average 2.5, but averaged out.
Right.
That's hilarious.
And you know what live music on camera made me think of?
What?
The Boss's halftime show.
The Boss's oh my gosh.
Tell us.
The best halftime show in Super Bowl history.
Who's the boss?
Was Bruce Springsteen.
Okay.
The Boss. He is from the streets of Jersey. Small town. He rose to fame. Escaped from a small town. Is now the Boss. He inspires everyone. And I will say, I love the Boss because my dad was a big fan growing up. His halftime show. It's It's a bit of a joke between Devin and I. It's a really good halftime
We're
show.
not going to give it up.
We're not going to give it up because we have this one friend, Megan Lee, who just does not like the Boss's halftime show, but
For no reason.
for just to be nihilistic, to be cruel, I think, to be demeaning. So every chance that Divos and I get, we will insist to play the Boss's halftime show. And the more he digs his heels in, the funnier it gets.
Right, we're not giving it. Like,
No.
do we look like two people that are going to give up a bit?
Yeah, right.
We only have 3 concrete things in our podcast, and one of them is our commitment to bits. So phone it in, Mary. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Just throw in the towel.
And I will say, it's from a different era of halftime shows. You know, he's not jumping from the ceiling. He's not, coming out on a lion or whatever.
He's literally they're just in a big band style playing music. Like, if he's a rock star, it's cool. I get why people don't think it's the coolest halftime show in the world.
Right, but people can be wrong.
People can be wrong, and they are. He doesn't have to come down skydiving for it to be cool.
No,
not at all. No chance.
Lady Gaga didn't have to either. She just chose to.
I know.
To be clear.
It actually was really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I remember watching that in person. So not in person, but...
Did you see me stand up for her? Monsters! Monsters unite!
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Wait, so this kind of brings me in. Lady Gaga has an album called Joanne. Art pop, all the gays love. But Joanne is what was advertised as like her country folk album. It's still very pop. It's it might be my favorite Gaga album.
Joanne,
do you have any artists that have an album that's out of their normal range? Cowboy Carter for Beyonce, 1989 for Taylor Swift when she switched from country pop to pop pop. Do you have any artists that you love that went into left field and you really enjoyed it?
That put out like a different style of music?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I mean, I have artists who their lesser known albums are like some of my favorites, but in terms of ones kind of going out of left field, let me think. Give me some other examples to kind of jog my memory.
I mean, those were definitely my 3 best examples.
Those are pretty good.
Chapel Roan, she went from sad girl to happy gay pop, and that's when she took off. It's like,
well, I love that. Yeah,
that's more of her like finding her voice than necessarily.
They're trying to mix it up.
Again, Lady Gaga when she did the Tony Bennett albums that were jazz.
That is true. JoJo Siwa, she put out her first gay pop song. But come on.
So that's the thing is like it's so easy to talk about her. So at the end of the day, she's winning, And as someone that loves pop culture and understands that it's not serious, like...
No, I'm not judging her for what she's doing. I just think it is hilarious. Like, it's so delusional.
So she's successful. That's what I'm saying. It's like...
I do talk about her, yeah. And,
In
that vein, yeah, she's succeeding at creating popularity.
Like, being so serious, like, you don't talk about any other pop girlies. You're just a Seawinator.
I'm a Seawinator.
Can you say that to camera too?
I'm a Seawinator.
And proud of it.
And proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
To answer, not off the top of my head, I can't think of an artist that like switched it up. Unless you're teaming me up for particular artists in mind, but
I'm not.
Okay, I don't think so. Off the top of my head, the only one that's coming to mind is J. Cole's Cole World album, but it's just this. It's just rap. It's the same. It's just like my favorite album of his that like isn't in his normal vein, I suppose.
Camera 2, are you ready to be surprised? We were just on a road trip and I was, acclimating. I was fitting in and the Drake and Kendrick drama was brought up. I was trying to catch up on the situation. Dear gay people, Kendrick Lamar kind of turns it.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
So he does this weird voice and I was like, is he like messing up? Is this a mistake? But apparently he does character voices in his song and his lyrics are kind of insane. Like, what was the one that turned me out?
Don't tell no lies about me, and I will tell no truths about you.
Say it again.
Don't tell no lies about me, and I will tell no truths about you.
Don't say no lies about me, and I won't say no truth about you. That is so kind.
Insane. No, I mean, he won a Pulitzer Prize for his damn album. It was that good. Like, it's recognized as art, as poetry.
I was gagged.
I know. And I get it's easy to look at rap and think like, oh, they're just talking about like fucking bitches and like being hard and all like, just stereotypical rap, which is what I think some of my friends have against it. But I mean, my God, you listen to some of his songs, like he talks about really deep shit, really emotional stuff, like it's like upbringing, like very personal stuff, and it's presented in such a creative way. I feel like you appreciate it because you also enjoy presenting messages, creatively is the right word. That's like basically what he's doing with his art, with his music.
Oh, I was like really good. Like I was taken aback. I'll say it, and it was very cool to kind of see that.
I've listened to any of his other stuff yet.
I didn't get me hard enough that I went out of my way to listen to it yet, but
That's fair.
But it's like I think it's like a friendship bonding thing, where it's like I would love to listen to it, but I'd rather like hear a line and then be like with a friend and be like, oh my gosh, you know, if I hear it by myself, like it's cute, whatever. But so
Where were we?
we have to be I have to be vulnerable right now, if that's okay with everyone. The person to the right of me, left if you're watching on camera, has betrayed me. I'm hurt.
Divos has realized that I'm not as diehard a Paper Mario fan as they once thought.
So why is that important? Why am I hurt in your eyes? Can you explain it to me before I let you know?
On the pod?
On the pod.
On the pod?
Why am I hurt?
You're hurt because you like playing games, the three roommates all together.
Let me paint a picture for you. All of us bring our monitors into the living room. We did this for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. We all have the same game playing. We're talking about it. We're watching each other play. We're shit talking. I think it's so cute. And Zach has revealed he doesn't even care enough about the Paper Mario franchise to purchase the game. Why is that particularly frustrating to me?
Cool, because you won't play it all together.
No. It has to do with this podcast.
With this podcast?
Yes.
Because our art is inspired by Paper
One
Mario.
half of our fucking Patreon is inspired by Paper fucking Mario. And you are telling me that you do not care enough about the franchise to purchase a remastered version of one of the best games of all time with some of the most charming characters that have ever been in any Mario game.
I love the art.
How the fuck is that making sense? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? How is that okay?
I love the art.
Then play the fucking game! Oh my god! You love the dialogue too. I know you love the dialogue because it's stupid.
It's a good game. I was having so much fun, like being in the room and. Well, if I can give some context, apparently Divos and our other roommate Megan Lee were talking about it for weeks. For weeks at a time. I was getting brought up. I was left out of all of those conversations.
I swear he was in the room.
I was in there for none of them. Not a single one. I was there for one conversation. We talked about the Paper Peach game and then got brought up. We said, oh my God, there's a new one coming out. And then until about 2 days ago, I had not heard a word. Not a word. So it was dropped on my doorstep just very recently. So maybe you failed me.
I said all I needed to say. I said all I need to say. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back in just a moment. Twink Twank Twunk. We'll see you in a second. Yeah. We know you love the stickers. And we know...
Sticker? Hardly know her.
Hey, everybody. It's your favorite, absolutely hilarious, cuckoo bananas, totally out of left field, quirky yet relatable best friends, Zach and Divos.
Or not like other podcasters, or from Twink Twank Twunk.
And today we'd like to offer you an exclusive opportunity that we have not yet talked about on this podcast.
No, it's new. It's up and coming. It's a brand new platform from what I hear, actually. Yeah. It's called a Patreon.
Patreon. So we've been waiting a long time for a new Eevee evolution, and finally we have the new one. It is from the financial type. It's the Patreon. Yep, you've heard of Vaporeon, you've heard of Glaceon, now Patreon.
that one got me good.
You like, I was pretty proud of it when I had it.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
No.
So please come check it out. We have a couple different tiers that you can subscribe to. All of them give you at least one sticker a month.
Mailed right to your door.
Mailed right to your door with a little personalized note and everything. They're super, super fun. My dad actually just yesterday texted me and said, Zach, you have to get me the Wenches Diggeth Me sticker. I said, okay.
Really?
He did. It's really
Aww.
cute. It's adorable. So people are falling head over heels with these stickers. They are in limited supply. So subscribe fast. Make sure you lock in your spots.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And who doesn't love mail? So check it out and we'll get back to the pod.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. And we're back.
And we're back. Battery changed. SIM card the same. Still stunning.
Still absolutely fucking stunning.
With your bleach blonde,
beautifully built bob on my body.
Oh, I'm so glad we invented alliteration. generation.
Can we talk about Trader Joe's?
Yes, I would love to.
Are we allowed to talk about Trader Joe's?
I think. Are we allowed?
Can we talk about Trader Joe's?
Is that valid? I don't want to upset anybody, of course. Everyone loves Trader Joe's. It's impossible not to.
Last time I was there, I bought a Monstera plant, referencing my Green Pride series. I was like, I can't appropriate plant culture and not buy a plant. Yeah, so that's why I bought the plant. Yeah, I wanted to bring Monstera into our home. What are your favorite Trader Joe's items?
Well, I know yours. Those soup dumplings.
The pork soup dumplings in the red package. When they had that in the frozen section, I'm not kidding. I act like it's going out of business. Trader Joe's, like, it's the last time I'll be there. I grab them in handfuls and put them in the fridge because
we have like 10 in the fridge right now in the freezer, at least.
I mean, we're big men. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're big men, so we need at least 2 of them to be any kind of satiated. And they're just so they're just so good.
And they're so easy to make. You
So
put
easy.
such little. Well, I mean, that's honestly what most of Trader Joe's is. It's super minimal effort. For like, really, it's not gourmet. It's not fresh made, but for the effort you're putting in, it's really quality stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's so delicious.
The pickle chips.
Oh, the pickle chips.
Everything but the bagel smoked
Seasoning.
salmon.
Oh, and the smoked salmon.
And the matching ciabatta rolls.
Oh, I love those ciabatta rolls. The chicken fried rice, sublime. The personal pizzas, sublime. Trader Joe's orange chicken. Oh my god, that is my favorite thing there. There were times in high school.
Soyaki sauce.
So the soyaki sauce. Divas. There were times in high school when I'd be at water polo practice. I'd be like, oh, the only thing I want right now is Trader Joe's fried chicken or orange chicken.
Wow.
And I would get home and the Lord heard me because my mom was making Trader
Shout
Joe's
out
orange
Stephanie.
chicken. Shout out Stephanie. And like, my God, it turns me out. It's so fucking good.
Well, I didn't know about Trader Joe's till college, so it was like a come to Jesus moment.
Oh, dude, I only knew their orange chicken in like high school.
Okay, yeah.
But oh my God.
God, it's so good. And did I already say they're pickle chips?
Yes.
Well, let's say it again. I mean,
pickle chips,
seasonal.
come on in.
Pickle chips, thank you for
Come
being
on
here.
in. Come on in.
It's seasonal. They're pickle potato chips. It's unfortunate because their bags, they're not like Lay's size big bags that I feel like, of course, I would never eat that in one sitting.
Please.
Trader Joe's
Never.
chip bags, on the other hand, I look at her and I was like, a dainty girl like me could stomach that. And then they're gone. And I can't apologize for that.
Because they're so fucking good. They're so tasty.
So good.
And they have a great wine selection, a great beer selection.
$2 Chuck.
The $2 Chuck? Yeah, seriously. Is it still $2?
Yes, the wine that I just shattered in my Buzz Me In music video last week was $2 Chuck that I threw over my shoulder.
So
I
good.
ended up using the shot. Zach was on the ladder. He was the pig that could fly. And we ended up using the shot that you got of the overhead one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome.
Yeah. It was like just silly enough to like throw in.
That's
So,
awesome. Okay, I'm glad that camera shot. 'Cause I thought it was a useless angle because like you could see the production crew as I pan back over. I'm glad we got something though.
Well, if there's one thing I think you should know at this point, it's that nothing is real and everything is edited. So don't worry.
What? No, I don't believe it. Oh my god! One last thing on Trader Joe's, they have these niblets, which are basically just like mini chocolate peanut butter cups that are just the best.
What do you do with them to make them better?
I freeze them, and they're the best sweet treat in the world. Because I can only have like 2 or 3 of them, so I feel like already a little bit heavy. I just go in, get a niblet, then I go,
Okay.
oh my tummy.
Camera 2, I'm not going to play that game with you.
Before I get up to the brim.
I can once again put away the whole thing of niblets. What the fuck do you mean 1 or 2? They are the size of your pinky nail.
Yeah, and so am I. I'm the size of your pinky nail. Not that I feel full. I just like 2 or 3 is perfect. And I put them away.
Sure.
It's a good sweet treat. It's how I reward myself.
It's nice sturdy packaging that holds up in the freezer. You know what I hate is when you have like a container that's meant for the fridge or freezer and it starts like getting like soggy, or I just had a Chipotle in the fridge that it was, I guess I put it too close to where the cold comes out because the lettuce was like frozen a little bit, but the bottom of the container was soggy. I was like, I ate it, but I was like, this is not what I want.
That's
at all.
unpleasant. Yeah.
Okay, I know that we've done 6 straight episodes of Pride Month talk, but this is the end of Pride Month, so is it okay?
No! Is it the end?
This is the last.
No!
I know. But I do just want to give a little summary. We're working on something for 9 months. I was under a lot of pressure to make myself proud. And it was like a whole journey. I wanted to be too serious and political for a second. Then I settled on it being fun. I put just so much money, like just a horrifying amount of money into this project. And it's not for anything but just like to create an amazing body of work. And I'm like really, really, really proud of it. Like, I think just like everything, like just like seriously, like everything across the board, drag is interesting because there are opportunities opening up for us. But if you're not on a particular television show, it's not necessarily accessible. And so I wanted to do things at the level of people that have those resources and that kind of connection because I know what I'm capable of. And I think that I pulled it off. And I hope that it showed. And I'm just really proud of it. I hope you've been enjoying it home. I think we did it.
You should be incredibly proud of yourself. Like watching you have started working on it 9 months ago up until now, and just seeing the thought, the planning, the commitment, and just the execution of the entire process, like it's nothing short of incredibly impressive. Just the whole situation. I know it's not easy to do. Like it took so much thought and time and hours late at night, but like my God, you pulled it off.
I did it.
You got through.
Actually, one of my favorite moments from Pride was actually with this look. Usually Zach sees like literally every inch of every outfit. But I wore this for the first time at Hamburger Mary's, and I got ready and left before he saw me because my little sister was here, Tiffany. Hi, Tiff. You walked into Hamburger Mary's, and it was like the first time I've seen you gagged by DIVOS in a while. You're like, oh! And I was like, yes, yes, because like, not that like I ever look at you and I'm like, I wish you were more gagged by this because I get it. Like I get that you see all of it.
Yeah.
But it was like cool that I was like, I even got this the person that literally has to sew my crotch together.
It's an amazing outfit. Like, my God. I think one of my favorite times I was gagged by you was your Alexander McQueen. Was that the green look?
The Plato's Atlantis.
Yes. Yeah. Like I was gagged by that one. Like all the same. Like those two in my mind are like just your most absolutely put together, drop dead outfits.
I agree. I think that one and then the Eda Burr thing, the green and pink with the big, those are my three favorite outfits.
That one's also amazing, yeah. Like those are like the outfits you take on to Drag Race, or you take on to like the red carpet,
Mm-hmm.
Or to the Met Gala.
To the Met Gala.
Or to the Oscars when they do a DIVOS movie.
Oh, no, but I'm really proud of it. Photo shoots, music videos, the shorts for TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat. Gym badges, trading cards. Every single person I love was a part of this project. Like every person in the community that helps me with hair or costumes. Like every single of my friends I care the most about was some way involved with this project. My family was involved with this project. Like it just feels like such a capstone of my career. And I'm really proud of it. I'm about to launch a DIVOS shop where you'll be able to buy some prints of the stuff that we worked on for Pride Month, some of the stickers. So that stay tuned for that. But I was originally going to launch it as soon as Pride Month ended, but I'm going to be brave and maybe give myself a moment to just like decompress,
settle a little bit. Yeah.
I know that you all will. It's not like you haven't seen me every day for 7 straight weeks. So, but. That's a wrap, baby.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap on Pride Month.
That's a wrap on Pride Month.
But I guess you know what that means?
What?
It's almost Pride Month.
Happy almost Pride Month. Happy almost Pride Month. Happy almost Pride Month. Refreshing.
We are almost there again. You're already behind for 2025.
A little. You want a little preview? I already know what I'm going to do.
No, you do not.
Original music. Original music,
no.
But like club. I know I'm not a singer, so I'm not going to try to sing. But club tracks, like stupid club tracks that will be like fun, cunty, like very like memeable. Yeah. So original music, I think is the next step.
Original music.
Because if you think about it, right? Like I started with no music, and then I was like music videos, little clips, and then bigger music videos. And of course, drag is all about lip syncing. But at some point, the more original everything becomes, the better.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. Wait, so when you say club songs, is that like, that's not EDM or house, right? That's like...
Do you know in Hamburger Mary's when, right before the show starts, there's an Alaska Thunderfuck segment where it's like...
Flash photography is strictly mandatory.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Tip these men.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
so like very silly but fun and like memeable. Stuff that I could perform that would be really entertaining, like mixed in. I think something that's going to be coming soon for Divos is I want to... What's the bit of the week, Zach? We need a bit of the week.
Oh, all right. So the bit of the week, you have to be a little bit bashful to kind of channel this one. But basically, if I were to mess up, if I were to like mess up a word, I say, and if you saw me mess up the word, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
It's perfect because it takes out the seriousness of a mistake. Like, you're not embarrassed. You're just, like, playful again.
Yeah. Right, it's great if you're hosting. You're like, and guys, I'm up here. Like, I just threw this on. Like, if a lash falls off, no, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Or if you stutter on your words, you're like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. It does. I use the word again. It brings levity to the situation. Good word.
Another example of that when I was
But anyways, so if you see us up here and Divos' makeup is messed up or my hair is askew, no, you didn't. No,
not
you
today,
didn't.
Camera
Not today. You
So
didn't.
audio listeners, you're not seeing this, but it's important to do a finger wag.
A finger waggle.
Yeah, so it's the pointer finger up and it's a little whack, 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 whack.
Whack, 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 whack.
Should we each tell audio listeners a secret? I feel like we should dial in on them for a second.
I would love to tell audio listeners a secret.
I have a good one.
Sure, go.
This is devastating. I am currently wearing, this is the second episode we're filming in the row, and these studio lights get a little bit hot. So I am actually wearing a bathing suit underneath my pads because my pads got so saturated from the perspiration that induced in the first episode that I'm wearing a bathing suit underneath the pads because I was so revolted by myself.
Oh my god! How do I top that? How do I beat that?
Excuse the beauty.
Excuse the beauty. Oh my god! Yeah, that's heinous. One time when I was younger, I knew that my brother was going to take a bath after I was. So as I was leaving, I purposely peed in the bathtub a little bit right before I got out because I knew he'd be coming in after me.
We will not be revealing which brother this happened to.
No, it will not be, but I think you know which one. I think it could be either.
It really could.
Only I know. Educate, distrahate.
I want to talk about realness. Executive realness.
Realness.
What does that mean?
Executive realness?
So, yeah. So, like, in a ball setting, so a lot of transgender queer people in New York primarily developed this ball scene where you would go and you'd walk in categories. You'd serve face. You would vogue. You would give different realnesses. So, executive realness, which means, like, look like an executive. You want to look like you belong in an office building. What is the significance of that? Like, why does that matter for queer people? Like, why would you want to do executive realness?
Wait, just so I understand the premise. They do this at a ball? Like,
so like a ball being like a competition where it's like,
sure,
you send someone out to compete in the face category and it's like,
okay. So
or
executive realness is a category.
Executive realness would be a category that you would walk. Yeah, so you'd construct an outfit for executive realness and you'd want to look as real as possible that you could fit into an executive space. Why is that important for queer people?
Because they've been so often ostracized from those spaces, or what they present is not accepted in those spaces.
Yes. So I queued you up a little bit, but you hit it out of the park. Basically, what was so significant in that part is this was primarily Black queer people, and this executive realness space, like it's interesting to think about because it was such a celebrated category, and any kind of realness was celebrated because it was like the only time where you could see yourself represented. And so when people go and they argue where it's like it doesn't matter if like this is representative or if like there's certain equality in spaces, literally without anyone, these balls were very closed environments. That's what they were doing. They were fantasizing about what would I look like if I was able to fit in spaces where I could make money and, you know, be in the quote real world. And so like thinking back to that, I think, you know, now it's kind of a joke because Drag Race has done a lot of executive realness and it's like, it seems very pedestrian. And so I don't think people give it a lot of like credits. It's like, okay, you're wearing a pantsuit. But like right. But the importance of that pantsuit is that like it was the first time that queer people got to see themselves in this kind of attire, like selling it. And so I think that's what's really cool about drag. I think that Plain Jane, who was just on season 16, 15, I don't know which one just aired.
16.
I'm like looking at Zach like he knows. But like we're laughing because Zach has this thing where he can't stop yawning in the educate the straight section, which is like the one time that he should really try not to yawn.
Well, it's only because you mentioned it once, and that's like I think about it every time. And the more you think about a yawn, it's like when someone else yawns, then you yawn because you see them yawn. It's like that, but I'm mentally seeing someone else yawn.
No, totally. I just think when you're telling me something important about who you are, your culture, I just attempt to try to not to act like I'm about to fall asleep. But go off. So it's interesting, and I think Plain Jane bringing her up is what she did is it's not that her drag was plain, but she kind of tried to or did repopularize like, what if I just look like a woman? Sorry. You know, maybe I'm not going to do all this like over the top fashion. Maybe I'm not going to go to the Met Gala. Maybe I'm not going to go on Broadway. Maybe I just want to be a drag queen and look like a woman. And I think that was really cool of her. And I think she's pretty smart, so I think she knows what she was doing. But I think a lot of people don't realize like the significance of that.
That's really cool. I like that. That's a fantastic educate the straights. Dang.
Oh, and we've been talking, so should we go straight to Twink Twank Twunk too?
I know. Are we? Does time fly that fast?
When it's Pride Month, time flies.
Actually, I will give our podcast listeners a little inside. Our filming of the podcast goes by like that. It feels like we have time to talk about like two things, and then we do our segments, and then it's a wrap. I guess watching it, we talk about a lot. Like it just goes by so fast.
And we've gotten really good about like telling relevant stories and communicating. I mean, we've gotten pretty good at podcasting.
So stop.
I mean, we started with a high level of production, which I think grabbed people right away. And I think over time, not only do we have this production level that we refuse to... Trust me, if we should have refused sometimes and just gotten the podcast out, but I will not let myself not sleep.
No. I think filming wise, we have only had one instance where we were like, that was bad, we have to restart. And it was the first time we ever filmed. It was literally the first time where we stopped after 20 minutes. We're like, nope, restart. And then it went swimmingly. It went great.
But anyway, that was a long way of saying time flies with you all.
I know. You guys.
Audio listeners, don't think we're forgetting about you. We always think about you.
Always.
Okay, my twank is the English pound. I'm going to sound so American with this, but I'm like, you're really going to call, like, today, you're going to call your money the pound, and you're going to call your weight a stone? What the fuck are we talking about? And I know that's very America-centric with being like, why are you calling it a pound when we call pounds our weight? But I mean, between the pound and the stone, I'm like, y'all sound a little silly to me.
They still use stones?
How many stones you are? I'm like 90% sure it's like...
I think they were like kilograms and whatnot.
I swear that like, I watch like exercise people and they're like, I lost 2 stone.
No way.
Maybe I'm just saying.
That's no, I love that. That's amazing.
But I'm gonna. I think it's a little ridiculous, but I'm locking it in. I think. Why are you not on the euro? Everyone else is on the euro. Why do you need your own currency?
Well, you remember Brexit, right? Where they left.
Right, Brexit.
Well, that's why.
Oh, why Brexit?
Why Brexit? Why Brexit? Actually, I had a chance to talk with a British friend for a while. When I was in London visiting my girlfriend, we talked with our friend Chris Patton Walker.
CPW,
which
baby.
CPW is worthy of a shout out.
You got out of the Megan Lane.
CPW. We sat for like 2 hours. We all had like a bottle of wine. And Sarah and I were just grilling him, asking him so many questions about the monarchy, about politics, about all this stuff. He's like, yeah, like most of us do not like Brexit. So I was like, good to know.
Good to know.
That's fascinating. So what are you doing, England? What are you up to? My Twunk aircraft carriers. Oh, so cool. So Twunk.
Do you know that they can put whales in planes and transport whales?
I believe it. And they're like those big cargo planes. I mean, because they transport like Humvees.
What are you talking about with like aircraft carriers?
The big boats.
Oh, I was thinking about planes.
Also cool.
Wait, an aircraft carrier is a boat.
Yeah, aircraft carrier is the boat that has like the big flat deck that like planes take off of and land on. Because it carries aircrafts.
I didn't know.
Yes, aircraft carrier. And funny enough, my high school junior formal, I believe, maybe it was prom. I don't know. It was in the USS Midway, an old decommissioned aircraft carrier in the San Diego Bay.
Very twunk.
Very twunk. I am anti-war, peace and love, all that good stuff. I have to say, sometimes warfare equipment is so cool. An Apache helicopter, I mean, come on. An Abrams tank?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
That is cool.
That is cool. Yeah, that's my twunk.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. My twunk is flicking your hat. I don't know why Zach knew about this, but one day he came home and he let me know that this is so bad. There is like a farm shorthand where if you're flicking your hat, it means that you may or may not have a carnal attraction to pigs. Where did you find that out? I mean,
it was on TikTok.
Pig fucking is twunk. It was on TikTok.
So the story was like this farmer boy, like when we go to like the auctions for pigs and stuff, his dad told him that when he see guys go like this, it means like they're looking for pigs to
They're cruising.
They're cruising for a pig, yeah.
And gay people are the problem.
Literally, yeah. So I don't know if it's true or not. It's just hilarious to believe. Pig bugger. Yeet.
Right.
My twink, the piccolo.
Yes, piccolo.
Instrument of the piccolo. A little small little flute.
I was jealous of the piccolo. It sounds so like... It sounds so faggy. Let's call a spade. And I wanted that. Yeah. Okay, my Twink is Aperol spritzers.
Oh,
yeah. When I was traveling, they were everywhere, and I was like, okay, I gotta try it. I don't know.
Not
like,
for you.
I think it's too much.
Just too spritzy.
Well, it's fruity and like mimosa-y together. It's like a lot.
It's made with Aperol and champagne.
Something like that.
Is Aperol the alcohol?
Aperol, I think, has alcohol.
I think Aperol is the alcohol. It's a fun summer drink, but like I agree. They're not. I don't think they should be as big as they are in Europe.
I'm not too big on carbonation outside of soda.
No.
Let's sugar it up, baby.
You want to tell the fans about your genius way of drinking a Four Loko?
Okay, so we have a game that we do, alcoholic game, where you have to consume a Four Loko in like X period of time. We have like a mix that we listen to and everything. It's like a fun bonding pregame event. Mm-hmm. But I recently realized after doing this for like 3.5 years, if you blow a straw, like when I was a kid and I got like a soda, sometimes I blow into it and I take a sip of the soda, I'd be like, it tastes terrible, it's flat. And that's because you're getting rid of all the bubbles. Yeah. So I had that come to Jesus moment about Four Lokos. So now I pour Four Lokos into a cup and I'm like, everyone else is like chugging and I'm like,
blowing bubbles.
And it takes a while. It takes a while. And sometimes it like overflows, but
the result speaks for itself.
But then it's easy money.
It's easy money. I have a twink left, right? Big fucker.
Yeet.
Yeet. It's just like
blood sucker. Pig fucker.
That was good. That was a nice one.
Thank you.
That was funny. My twink is VR headsets.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
I was cleaning my room earlier today and I realized, wait, I can just put on my VR headset and go into a world that has a clean room.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I mean, the people that are with their Apple headsets in public, like at a restaurant, I'm like, it's so post-apocalyptic. It's just like a lot.
Very Wall-E, I think.
Yeah.
Very Wall-E. They look so stupid.
It's so fucking stupid.
I'm sorry. You're there going like this, thinking you're the shit. Like, brother.
You might as well be masturbating in public. It's like really cringe to me.
Imagine someone pulls up in a Cybertruck, comes out to a cafe and puts that on. Just what a cringe of a human being.
Well, not to keep talking about masturbating, but how do we know they're not watching porn in there? Like they could literally be doing it's like really, I don't know, it's too much.
It's weird. It's weird, yeah.
But let's end on that.
Yay!
Happy Pride Month. Don't watch porn in public on a VR headset.
Well, no.
Well, no.
Well, no.
And if you do, make sure it involves pigs.
Hey, fucker. Wait. Big
blood sucker. Pig fucker.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And for listening, all my audio listeners. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month for the last time of the season. And next episode, it's Happy Almost Pride Month. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
Bye.